All right, today we are going to talk about why exercise will not stop weight regain, right? Super important topic. Weight regain is a major topic that we are really ignoring in the weight loss surgery community. But not just the weight loss surgery community, just the general population, right? Obesity is a major issue. Now, raise your hand if you have lost weight before. Raise your hand if you tried dieting before. That's pretty much everybody, even myself. I've been trying to drop 10 pounds. All right. Now, so this really applies to everybody because when you try to lose weight, what's the first thing people think about? Dieting, right? They're going, I'm going to start a diet. But they don't take that as seriously. They say it, but they don't take it very seriously. Instead, they say what? I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to start working out. And that they are much more serious about. So much so that they'll join gym memberships, they'll get up early, they'll buy workout clothes, new running shoes, all sorts of stuff, trying to lose this extra weight. So whether it's your weight regain from weight loss surgery or just weight regaining from just generally getting older, like the average American population or Western population, I'm going to explain to you why exercise is not good for weight loss. Okay? And then I'm also going to make you a great offer at the end of the broadcast. So stay tuned for that. We're going to talk about velocity vague. All right, you guys ready for tip number one? All right. Now, tip number one. Now, I like to start off easy on y'all. So tip number one is not going to blow you away because it's something you guys have already heard, even if you're in denial. Now, first of all, I want to take a poll real quick. Comment if you believe that you should be going to the gym for weight loss. Now, pay attention to what I said, for weight loss, right? Now, we're going to talk, because some people are like, Dr. Vuong, I go to the gym for, stress relief, it clears my mind, it helps me focus. We're going to talk about all that shit later, okay? So I got an answer for that too, because I'm tired of having that argument with people too. But specifically, the first two topics, we're going to talk about weight regain or why exercise is not good for weight loss. Now, tip number one, we're going to start off baby steps, all right? Little baby steps here. Okay, everybody knows this saying, what is it, everybody? Cannot, what is it? Exercise off a what? Can't exercise off a bad diet. Now comment if you've heard that before. Give me some hearts if you heard that before. You cannot exercise off a bad diet, right? Now the really good personal trainers, every personal trainer knows this saying. And they better believe in this. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why I get more flack about this from the fitness people. Mostly it's because I'm hurting their business. But if if you're certified as a fitness trainer, you've learned this. And the way that they say it, I hear them say it most, is that fitness is accomplished in the gym, but weight loss is accomplished in the kitchen. Isn't that true? Have you read this or heard this, or have you had your trainer tell you this? Your trainer says fitness is in the gym, but weight loss starts in the kitchen. Weight loss starts in the kitchen. Now the question is, why is it then, every time we start thinking we need to lose weight, our first thing is, I gotta go work out. Okay? We're gonna get to the heart of this, right? Now, let me simplify for you obesity. It's just very, very simple, all right? Now, imagine if you have a baby, right? I have a 2.5-year-old. And when that baby pops out of the vagina, right? And you pick up the baby, what's the first thing you say about that baby? Oh my God, she is so beautiful. She's perfect. You say that about every baby, even if they're purple or they're slimy or the head's all crooked, their nose is all bushed like that. I delivered babies during residency, right? Every baby's perfect. Now, here's my question to you. You take that baby home. What would happen if you didn't feed that baby? What would happen if that baby did not get any milk or water or could not latch? Right? What would happen? People are probably going, oh, it would get sick. No, it would die. That baby would die. What is the only thing that makes a baby grow from a baby to a beautiful young adult like you? That's right, food. Okay? Growth, it comes from food. Another way for growth is what? Weight gain. Right? Think about it. Because, my original weight was probably 6 pounds or 5 pounds, 10 ounces or whatever. I'm not 5 pounds, 10 ounces. The only way to get to be 140 pounds is from food. That's it. Now, what I want you to do is imagine this. Draw a box. Okay? And put equals food. Now I'm going to ask you this question. I'm going to say, how did you gain weight? How did you become obese? How did you become obese? That's my question to you right now. Now, some of you guys who followed me a long time or, more awake, paying attention, will say, Dr. Vuong, I got obese from the food I ate. I ate too much of it, even if it was good food. Sometimes it was junk food, but I just ate too much of it. Now, some people are going to say stuff like this. Well, we grew up really poor. We didn't have much money, so we only could eat junk food or fast food. The whole saying, eating healthy is too expensive. That's the same thing as saying I'm too damn poor, I don't have enough money, right? Or they'll say something like, I'll say, how did you become obese? They'll say, I hurt my back. I got hurt. And then what? If I got hurt, I couldn't exercise. So, there was a time before we had gyms. Gyms are only a recent American phenomenon, right? What happened to people before they had gyms? Why were they skinny? Well, no, Dr. Vuong, I got hurt, so I couldn't exercise, and then I ended up just sitting around doing what? Eating food. I'm too poor, gotta eat junk food. No, Dr. Vuong, I was good until I had a bad marriage. Something bad happened to me. Bad marriage, which led to what? Well, it was just really stressful. My mom got cancer and I got a lot of stress. Well, stress doesn't make you fat. Well, no, it did make me fat, but what did I do? I ate. See, every reason that people give for why they're obese is always back to food. We deny it, we sugarcoat it, we try to do a workaround, say, oh no, you don't understand, Dr. Vuong, I'm special. Now I've got this reason. Well, listen, I'm an Asian immigrant. I spent 6 months in a refugee camp. There were no fat people in my refugee camp and no gyms in my refugee camp. But there were no obese people? Why? Because we barely had any food. That's the truth of the matter. And it was a stressful time. Still no food. We were nervous. Didn't know if we were going to survive one day or the next. Still no food. Lost 3 family members on the trip over on the refugee boat. Still no food. Right? So, every reason why you become obese is from food. Now listen, this is important because what your doctors and research and surgeons we're trying to make it too complicated. We're trying to blame it on hormones and lifestyle and blah blah and yada yada. It all comes back to food. I don't give a flying F about your hormones. If you don't have access to food, you're not gaining weight. Okay? So you became obese because of food. Can we agree on that? Even if you don't agree, or you want to say, no, this had something to do with it, okay, I'll give that to you. This stuff has something to do with it. Okay. But can't we say this is the majority? This is like the major, and maybe this was the minor reason. This is the major reason, minor. Would you give me that? Can we agree on that? That the major reason for your obesity is food. Okay? Fair enough? Okay. Well, if that's true, then how did you become skinny? So the next question is, how did you get skinny? And it's always what? Well, you know, Dr. Vuong, I started eating less, I cut down my portions, my wife and I started splitting meals, I started taking half of it home. Or, Dr. Vuong, I had weight loss surgery and I couldn't eat that much and I got rid of my cravings. So let's put another box right here, right? I had cravings. My cravings went away. Surgery. I cut out food. I cut out junk. Oh, people will sit there and go, whenever I get stressed out, I don't eat. Have you heard that one? When I'm stressed, I don't eat. And that's how I lost weight. Actually, Dr. Vuong, whenever I'm stressed, I don't eat either. I went through a divorce. See, there's a divorce over here too. But it all goes back to food. Amen? Truth? And I said, no, Dr. Vuong, surgery really had something to do with it. Okay. But can we agree that this is minor and this is the major? Can you give me that? Your reasons for getting obese, all your reasons are minor. Your reasons for losing weight are minor. But the food is always major. Okay? Which then takes me to my final point of this. What's different between getting obese initially and regain? What's the difference? Answer? There is no difference. No difference. It's the same thing. Hey, did you gain 20 pounds this last year? I sure did. What happened? Well, you know, I got hurt. And so I was working out, 5 days a week, and I couldn't work out. Okay? So, I just sat around and did what? I ate. Ta-da! Well, Dr. Vuong, I had weight loss surgery. Okay? But then I got really stressed out. I got into a divorce, and I started eating junk again. It's back to food. The same thing. Okay? So it's always food. Now, let me tell you, if a fitness person says, oh, no, you got to go to the gym. You got to work out. If you want to lose weight, you got to work out. They're trying to sell you on something, man. They're trying to sell you on either a gym membership, their training class, their video sets, or they're most likely, if they don't have any of those three, most likely they're trying to sell you on themselves, the reasons how they got in shape. But if you ask them again, say, okay, how did you lose the weight? So I went to the gym. Okay, how often? Every single day. Okay, and what else did you do? Well, I had to change my diet. Uh-huh. Oh, but a gym's a big part of it. Not really. But it's their belief, right? But if you ask the gym people, eventually they'll get back to this. Fitness is for the gym, weight loss is for the kitchen. So if you're struggling with weight regain, it's the kitchen, it's your food, right? I promise you. Cool? Sound good? All right. What'd you guys think about that first tip? Sometimes you will talk to people and they will agree with you that going to the gym is not good for weight loss. They'll give you that. And then they'll still try to convince you why you need to go to the gym. And once you back them up into a corner and say, I'm trying to lose weight. And they'll say, well, yeah, you're right. The gym's not good for weight loss, but it's good for fat loss. Okay? Or you need to build muscle. So what I want to do right now is talk about those two issues because it comes up a lot. This is the counter argument, okay? But Dr. Vuong, I'm having fat loss and it builds muscle. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to tackle the fat loss first because it's the simplest thing. Okay? Now, let me ask you this question. What is the best way to measure fat loss? What is the best way? Is it the scale? You stand on the scale? Fuck no. Is it the scale? No. The scale absolutely will not measure how much fat loss you have. So the gym rats will sit here and say, oh, well, I lost, look how this, look at my before and after photos. Before and after photos are so manipulated. First of all, if you take it from a different angle, it looks different. Amen? Especially in the weight loss surgery community. Now, how many of y'all see this picture? Like the selfie from up here down, so you don't see that there's all this fat down here? It's fine if you want to do it. I'm not making fun of you. It's just not an accurate comparison. If you do a photo from up here, look at me. And then you're sitting side by side from a straight on shot where you're looking all sad and depressed. I've been hitting the gym. See, it's not an accurate comparison. So photos are terrible. And now you have apps that can make you look skinnier, right? So don't believe everything you see on the internet. Now the gym people will sit here and tell you that you can do like calipers, fat pinching, right? Calipers. So you pinch the fat and you measure how much fat you lost from here, from here, and here. This is highly, while it could work, it's inaccurate. Studies have shown this. This is a terrible way to measure your fat loss. Because did you take it from here or did you take it from here? It makes a difference. Did you take it from here this time but from here last time? It makes a difference. You understand what I'm saying? Now, did the first person was a guy who measured you, and the next time it was a woman who measured you? They might see the body completely differently. Okay? A better way is to dunk somebody in a tank of water. But how many gyms have a tank of water that lowers you into and checks your fat percentage? Planet Fitness doesn't have it. See? So it's a water tank. It's not really available. Now I'm going to tell you the answer. What is the best way? The standard for fat loss is something called a DEXA scan. A DEXA scan is the standard for what your fat body composition and your fat and muscle composition is like. This is the standard. But raise your hand if you've ever had a DEXA scan. Very few of y'all, if anybody. Raise your hand if if your trainer has ever even mentioned a DEXA scan. Probably not. A cheaper version that's almost as accurate is a bioimpedance machine. And we had one of those in my office before I left. A bioimpedance machine. So if you're lucky enough to have a doctor who's into weight loss, they might have that. It's almost as accurate as the DEXA scan, much cheaper, much easier to do. DEXA scan can also do bone density for you, so maybe some ladies here watching might have had osteoporosis or something like that, might have gotten a DEXA scan. But this is the standard. It's none of this crap. But this is what we see in the gym culture. Amen? We see photos in Instagram. And then we get delusional about what's accurate. And then you get defensive. And I understand. I'm proud of you. You've lost weight. You've been going to the gym. I get it. Right? But remember, the gym's not good for weight regain. It's fitness. Now, if you want to say, I go to the gym for fitness, different story. But we're talking about weight regain. So then the argument, and I get this a lot from weight loss surgery patients, is this one. I want to build muscle, Dr. Vuong. I want to build muscle. Well, out of your mouth on the other corner, when you go, let's say you've been going to the gym an hour a day for 5 days, 5 times a week. Let's just say because you're really into it, and you go see your doctor and you stand on the scale, what happens? You gain weight. Gain weight. And you say what? Muscle weighs more than what? Fat. That's our default statement. And it doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean anything. A pound of muscle is equal to a pound of fat. It's just density. You're talking about density. And what's the only way to show this ratio between fat and muscle? A fucking DEXA scan. Not the scale. So when you go see your doctor and you've gained weight, you blame it on going to the gym. But it's not true. See, the gym didn't cause you to do this. Didn't cause you to gain weight. It was what? Food. Now I'm going to tell you why. Okay? Now every gym person who's watching me is going to agree with me when I say this, right? If they're still watching. They're probably frustrated. When you go to the gym and you're trying to build muscle, what do you have to do in order to build muscle? You have to give your body the building blocks it takes to make that muscle. Which means what? You've got to do what? Eat more. You've got to eat more if you want to build muscle. But what can't weight loss surgery patients do? At least initially. 3 months to 5 months post-op. They can't, they're eating like a few bites, palm of the hand maybe. They're not eating nearly enough to build this muscle. But when you go to explain why you gained the weight, you say it's because you built muscle. My answer is you didn't build any fucking muscle. You understand that walking on a treadmill at the gym for an hour every day does not build muscle. You understand that because you go to the gym for an hour and you do this and you lift like 2-pound dumbbells, you do not build muscle with 2-pound dumbbells. The only way to build muscle is with heavy weights. Heavy weights will build muscle. Okay? Not 2-pound dumbbells, not yoga, not water aerobics. Okay? So, why then, Dr. Vuong, did you gain the weight? Well, if you are going to the gym expending energy, what's another word for energy, everybody? What's another word for energy? For your body, it means calories. You're losing calories. So if you're going into a calorie deficit, what does your body want to do? Once you do, eat. Which means what? You get hungry. You go to the gym, you burn off calories, now your body says, oh crap, you need to eat more. And that's why you're hungry. Going to the gym does not suppress appetite, trust me. I know from a personal account, okay? But what are you trying why did you have weight loss surgery? One of the main reasons why people want to have weight loss surgery is because they don't want hunger. They want to try to control their appetite, control hunger. If that's true, then why are you going to the gym 2 months after surgery, or 4 months after surgery, or 6 months after surgery? It's going to wreck your chances because you don't have your head wrapped around this hunger thing. That's the third tip we're going to talk about. So you are actually eating more calories. Now, I said that specifically, calories. So you might not be eating more physical food, but you might be drinking that protein shake that's made with ice cream. Oh yeah, people do that. You might be snacking all day long because you're hungry. You went to the gym twice today, and after the gym, you have to have like 2 meals, or you have to have one pre-workout supplement or pre-workout bar, and now you just added an extra 300 calories into your diet. You see what I'm saying? So this argument is dumb because you, as a weight loss surgery patient, you can't eat enough to give your body what it needs to build muscle. Okay? And you're also most likely not doing the exercises that it takes to build muscle because, with the exception of like former athletes who've gained weight and stuff like that, most people who've had weight loss surgery are usually, the average person's a woman. Not really ever went to the gym. So they're not really doing the exercises that you need to build muscle. It's just a lie. And in fact, back to my reason number 1, what happens when gym rats or athletes stop working out? What happens to them? They gain weight. True? A lot of them, most of them. What happens when all of these bodybuilders, they're not competing? What happens to them? They get fat in the off season. Right? Why is that? Because they're eating the same way and they're not working out. Which takes me to another thing I meant to talk about. Weight loss surgery patients are so confused. They'll say something like, well, when I was going to the gym, at least I was maintaining my weight loss. And then I stopped going to the gym and I gained the weight. Yeah, you just made my point. They think in their head that going to the gym was keeping their weight down. No, it was just burning off the extra calories that you had. So when you stopped going to the gym, your poor eating habits showed up. It's the same reason why bodybuilders get fat, why football players get fat, why softball players get fat, if they don't change their diet. Exercise is not good for weight loss, okay? I hope this makes sense for you because it's super important that we get past all of this bullshit, these excuses and these reasons, and get down to the heart of it. And that's what we're going to talk about in the next tip. Cool? I hope you guys liked that second tip, and I hope it clarified a lot of misconceptions that people have about the reasons why weight loss surgery patients shouldn't be working out or what you see on the scale, okay? So what I'm going to talk about is the reason, tip number 3. And this is the most important tip, quite honestly, okay? You're most likely wasting time. And I'd like to add the word precious here. You're really wasting precious time. Okay? Precious time. Now, I'm a pretty busy guy. Even though I've left surgery, I'm semi-retired, and I still have my days are really full. Now, when people try to lose weight, they will, or get in shape, or whatever they want to say, just comment. How often do you go to the gym? How often do you work out? What do you see people posting? What are they saying that how often they're working out? An hour a day? I would say people are saying an hour a day, 1 hour a day. And I would say the average is times 3 days, three days a week. Is that true? But I've had patients tell me they go to the gym 7 days a week. I had one patient tell me she goes to the gym twice a day. And I was like, twice a day? How do you have time twice a day? He goes, yup, in the morning before I go to work, and in the evenings after, after everything's done. So twice a day. Some people go 3 times a day. Now, unless you're a personal trainer or you're in the fitness competition or bodybuilding competition, you got no reason going to the gym 3 hours a day, quite honestly. But here's what I want to do. About 10% of people actually have a plan. When they go to the gym, they have a plan. They have a routine. Now, they might have a routine, a good routine. By that I mean they've read something, they're following a manual. They might have a trainer, right? They might have milestones. You're trying to do milestones like your personal best, how many things you can do, how quickly you can do them. There's usually a progression. And then there's usually a cycle. By that I mean they don't always do the same workout. They're trying to do cardio one day. They're trying to they'll do strength training or bulking up for 6 weeks, and then they'll switch to like more endurance, or they'll switch to flexibility. Either way, they're cycling their workouts. That's about 10% of people. These are what you see on Instagram most of the time. Great shape, etc. That means that 90% is the rest of us. People like Dr. V. Never really like to go to the gym. I don't like the smell of the gym. I don't like the sweat on the seat cushions, and people don't wipe down the things. I don't like the big beefy guys yelling and screaming. I don't like the women who can bench press more than me. So the rest of us, and I had this conversation with my trainer, Miguel, like he sees people at the gym and they just kind of walk in and this is their workout. They just kind of like walk around and they're just a little bit lost. They might sit there and they'll grab some dumbbells and they'll do this, and they'll maybe try to sit down on a lat machine or something. And they might do a few exercises. They might spend, there might be time to, oh, my hour's up. One time I went to the gym, this was several years ago. I went to the gym and there was this woman, probably 55 years old. She's, I'm walking in, changing clothes. She's on her elliptical thing, right? She's in her elliptical. I go do my little workout with my trainer. And then I change clothes and I come back 30 minutes later because it was lunchtime. 30 minutes later, and she's on her elliptical, still going, and I'm about to leave, and she goes, man, just finished my hour. She did an hour on the elliptical. It's not going to get you the results you want. I promise you. It isn't. Okay? None of those beach bodies that you see, or the Instagram photos, or any of that stuff, no one got that body from doing one exercise for an hour. It doesn't work. So the rest of us don't have plans. No plan, no routine, no help, and that's the key. So we're walking around, which equals what? No results. But you did maybe expend a little bit more calories, or you drank that pre-workout shake. But ultimately, what happens? We quit. It's too frustrating. We don't see results. It's taking up too much time. I don't like the smell of the changing room, the locker room. I keep thinking I'm going to get fungal infections in my feet. So I quit. It's just not for me. This is 90% of people. And you're about to see it. Because all the gyms are about to get empty here again, right? Because this is how most people do it. Now, if you're one of the 10% people, good for you. I'm happy for you, proud of you, right? But my point is still true. If you don't change your diet, you're not going to lose the weight. And if you stop working out, if you eat junk and you're working out, the second you stop working out, you're going to gain weight. You're going to lose this figure. You're going to lose that figure you worked on. It's true for me too. Okay? But let's say The point of this, let's say an average person does an hour a day for 3 days a week. That's how many? That's 3 hours at the gym. 3 hours at the gym. Think about this. When was the last time you spent 3 hours reading a book? All right. When was the last time you spent 3 hours doing some personal development? Now here's my next point. What is the hardest part of weight loss? And it could be weight loss surgery if you've had surgery. What is the hardest part of weight loss surgery? Is it the food? Well, we could have better classes and teach people about the food, but not really. I mean, you can Google it. You can look it up. I pretty much never answer questions when people sit there and say, Dr. Vuong, what can I have for breakfast instead of this? Google it. Dr. Vuong, what can I put in my smoothie? Watch one of my videos. I don't ever answer those because there's just too much information, right? But everybody says the hardest part of weight loss surgery is what? The head game. Amen? Give me some amens if you think like the head game is the hardest part. Head game is the problem. Right? We all know it is. Now, the head game is disguised in other things. Stress. Dr. Vuong, I was doing so good until like this happened, I got stressed out. You know, divorce, money, I got off track. Eating healthy is too expensive. Self-image, self-confidence. You know, I never felt worthy. That's a self-image issue. I never took care of myself. I always put everyone else first. That's a self-image issue. Right? Self-love. Right? Patience. Anger. Hurt. Resentment. They shouldn't have done this to me. Remember our first tip? All the reasons, all those reasons are the head game. Isn't that true? Give me some amens if that's true. The hardest part of your weight loss journey is your head game. Yes? So, let me, Dr. Vuong, clear this up for you. Head game, it's the mental part, Dr. Vuong. The mental part. It's just another word for what? Just another way to say personal development. Personal development. It's you trying to become a better person. Why did you have this weight loss surgery? Remember my answer? What's the only reason why you had weight loss surgery? It's not to lose weight. It's because you wanted change. You wanted things to change. You did not want them to stay the same. You wanted your diabetes to go away or get better. You wanted more energy. You wanted more strength. You wanted to be able to walk. You wanted to be around for your grandkids. You wanted to get off oxygen. You wanted better sleep. You wanted more passion in your marriage. You wanted more love. You wanted shit to change. That, in my world, is personal development. Now, why do people regain? It's because they never changed. And that's what people mean when they say, my old habits came back. My old habits came back, Dr. V. That means you never changed, did you? You never changed. Dr. Vuong, how do I change? You change through personal development. I swear, just like I know that the sun rises in the east and the sky's going to be blue and that we're all going to die at some point, this is how true this is. That if you want to be successful on this journey, you need to work on your personal development more than you need to work on the gym. The 3 hours you spent at the gym, you should be spending on personal development. You should be spending on YouTube videos on how to control your stress, how to have a better marriage, how to, you need to read books on like how to love yourself more, how to have a better self-image. You need to read books on how to start a business, how to control your finances. It's 3 hours. It's an hour a day. You could do it 7 days a week. This will make all the difference. Exercise is temporary. So why do we do it? Because in our screwed up, messed up society, this is what's expected by the masses. But remember the saying, if you do what everyone else is doing, you're probably doing it wrong. If you're doing it differently, then you're probably doing it right. The masses expect you to go exercise if you declare you're going to lose weight and get in shape. The first thing they're going to say is, oh, you're going to get a gym membership? It didn't fucking work for you, Bob. Right? Now, why don't people talk about personal development? I don't know, but it's kind of like a dirty word. Not in my world. I'm all about personal development. I love reading books about how to get better, Jim Rohn, all sorts of stuff. But we're almost kind of embarrassed by it. Right? You mean you're going to go to a conference? Yeah. Yeah, you should go. Oh, that's just not my thing. Okay. Then you're just going to suffer. Because this is shit they don't teach you in school. They don't teach you in school. Your doctors don't teach you this stuff. They just say, hey, go to the gym, eat a little bit of food, see you next time. See you in 6 months. Give me some amen if that's true. But what you need is this. You need someone to help you get over the hurt. You need someone to show you how to handle the stress in your life, how to cut out negative people, how to deal with bullies, especially now with internet bully, Facebook bullies, right? And bullies have a personal development issue. You understand that, right? If your kid's not doing well in school, that's a personal development issue. That's not a teacher issue. Okay? If your marriage is struggling, that's you. That's your personal development. It's not because you had weight loss surgery. It's because you married the wrong dude. Because you had no self-love. And now you're wondering why your marriage is breaking up? And people say, hey, Dr. Vuong, is it true people who have weight loss surgery has a higher rate of divorce? Well, no, it's just because they married the wrong jerk. It had nothing to do with the surgery. It has everything to do with change. So my plea to you is this. Stop wasting time on shit that won't get you the result that you want. It's the result you're after. My buddy Jason Cisneros who's going to be at Velocity, Jason Cisneros, the beefy Spaniard, says it's outcomes. You have to measure your outcomes. I'm so frustrated with this exercise people. You're not getting the outcomes for 90% of the people. Good for you. You got 10%. I'm trying to help the other 90%. Can we just get on the same page? Can we just all agree that food is the major thing? We said that earlier. Food is major. Food is major reason for your weight regain. But why do you make the food choices you make? That's the question. That's the issue. Why do you make the food choices you make? The answer is this. Fucking head game. Yes? Y'all get it? Amen? Thumbs up? Highlights? You make certain food choices because of the way you see yourself, you handle stress, you worry about money, you let people put you down, you let people talk bad about you, you let people bully you, and you cave in because this is what the masses expected. And you don't want to go to my conference, and you don't want to read the book, and you don't, because this is embarrassing, but this is what's needed. So, my tribe, the people who follow me, we know this. We want to change. We love personal development. If you love personal development, you're my tribe. Because without this part, you're going to fail your weight loss surgery. I guarantee you 110%. I guarantee you. And even if you keep the weight off, you're going to be a miserable motherfucker. You're going to be really upset, miserable, unhappy, divorced 3-4 times, drinking alcohol, shopaholic, all this sorts of stuff. You know, sexually acting up, all sorts of things, because it has to do with your head game, even if you're skinny. But you're still miserable, you're still unhappy. What's the point of that? Here's the truth. There's a saying that says, we're all given 2 lives. The first life starts on the day that we're born. The second life starts when we realize we only have 1 life to live. Your second life starts when you realize you only have 1 life to live. The sooner I can get you to wake up to that and realize that you're wasting your time at the gym because it's not the results you're looking for, and you need to take that time and focus on your head game so you can start becoming the awesome person I know that you are and that you have in you. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Start making the changes. Thank you guys very much for watching. I love you very much. See you guys in Vegas. Cool? If you're having issues with weight regain, go to www.weightregain. www.weight, you have to spell it out, weightregaincourse.com. Don't forget the course. weightregaincourse.com. I've got a 26 video course on it. It's normally $897. You can get it today for 99 bucks times 3 payments, but you can cancel after the first payment if you want, so it's really only 99 bucks out of pocket right now. Check that out, weightregaincourse.com, professionally shot. But I want to talk real quick about Velocity Vegas, www.velocityvegas.com. Now listen, we just got finished with 45 minutes, an hour talking about what's really going to make the difference in your life. Now this weight regain course is going to help you, but the mindset, the personal development is where it's at. If you're struggling with the mind game, you got to get your ass to Vegas. If you are struggling with keeping your promises, you got to get to Vegas. If you are struggling with your commitments, of staying focused, of staying motivated, you got to come to Vegas. You're going to get motivation. You're going to get tips. You're going to get shortcuts. You're going to get inspired. You're going to learn from the best. You're going to be around 500 other people that are going to be against the same thing, after the same thing. Velocity is about how do you get more from life faster. Get more from life faster. That's why y'all had this weight loss surgery. Get more from life faster. Now you can do it the old way, and you can go to the gym, and you can save forever, and you can work 9 to 5, and you can have 3 jobs, and save 10% if you even have that left. And hopefully by the time you're 65, you get to retire, but most people can't retire at 65 these days. I don't want to wait till 65. I'm already 46. I want to get my life faster. Amen? I want more passion faster. I want better experiences faster. I want more friends faster. I want cooler people around me faster. That's Velocity Vegas, okay? So if you go to velocityvegas.com, the next 24 hours, so there's 3 tiers. The Premier plan is $997. The VIP plan is $697. This is Friday. But the general admission is only $297. But for the next 24 hours, if you're watching this video, I cut this down, $99. You need to use the coupon code 99. Coupon code 99 when you check out of general admission, you'll get to come to Velocity Vegas for 99 bucks. Caesar's Palace. Listen, we've got the founder of Ugg Boots, Brian Smith, coming. Totally amazing guy. You got to hear from Brian Smith. The story's amazing. Rags to riches story. Danelle Delgado was a single mom, barely getting by. Now she's a 7-figure earner. And if she can do it, you can do it. I got Jonte Hall, who is the shortest Harlem Globetrotter professional basketball player ever, 5'2", and he'll tell you, how he made it to professional basketball being only 5'2". You got to listen to these people, right? I've got an addiction expert coming, all sorts of great surprises. Scott Duffy, who sold his business to Virgin Group. Jason Cisneros, who runs 29 successful businesses. You got to get around these people, okay? So I'm giving you access to Velocity Vegas for 99 bucks. Now, next 24 hours, anybody who signs up for any of these levels, I'm going to give you a free copy of my PDF book, okay? Now, this book is $50. So, free PDF book. That's a $50 value. If you go to Amazon right now, you will see that this book is $50, $47, something like that. If you sign up within the next 24 hours, I will give you a free copy of this book, personally autographed. I'll make it out to you right here, and I'll ship it to you, okay? So really, the cost of you coming to Vegas is only $50. To change your life, to have a great time, Caesar's Palace, gonna be amazing, right? Don't miss it. www.